Hello, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be going over the Advanced Mentat Trainer quest. Alright, to get started, you'll need to go to Arrakeen. This is the taxi service area. Once you get here, head up the hallway and take a sharp right. Alright, you'll have to basically do a turnaround and go into the bar. So this is what the hallway you'd come out of looks like. You take the sharp right, you come in here, you go into the bar, and you go downstairs. And the Mentat Trainer location is in the back. So you just go talk to the Mentat Trainer to get on the quest. All right, so when you talk to him, tell him you want training, you're here for training, and then tell him that you are ready. All right, don't tell him you're not ready. And just go through it. He's kind of a funny character, so anyway, you just go through that and talk to him. Once you've accepted the quest, he's going to send you back to Haga Basin. The Anvil's going to be the closest fast travel location, and from there, we're going to need to go and interrogate several people. Right, so what I recommend is getting the Planetologist Advanced quest until it brings you to Arrakeen, and then here grab the Mentat Trainer class and the Trooper Training class. That way you're just saving fast travel money or time if you're flying here. That way you're doubling down on everything, right? Alright, for Mentat, the closest travel point for the first quest is going to be taking you back to the Anvil, so fast travel to the Anvil for the quickest way to your first target. Alright, for the Mentat quest, once we head down to the Anvil, and we'll interrogate a house member here. Alright, and the house member is just standing right next to the taxi. You talk to this guy. There are no choices, to just follow along what it says, and then we'll head to the next person to interrogate. So for this quest line, we're going to kind of be traveling around a little bit. We're going to be going, I think, from something like here to here, up to here somewhere, and then over to here. We'll be traveling in this region right here quite a bit, so it's going to kind of start and kind of work our way this way. So here's the next one. Interrogate the second gang member over here to our right. To the east, I should say. That's to my right, but who knows what you're facing, right? So 800 meters to our east. Of course, all these are easier to do once you have a helicopter. I really recommend just waiting on the advanced classes until you're aluminum tier and have the helicopter, because you don't really need them before that. You mostly just need these for PvP. Alright, so the next gang member is going to build a building that looks like this, and of course your indicator is going to take you right to them. Right, and so on the right side of the building, if you're facing it, or the east side of the building, that's where the gang member's standing. He's with this group here that's holding a guy prisoner. Just talk to him. It's straightforward, no choices. Alright, and then we'll head to the next one. So you can see where we're at. We just head northwest, and do that. We can also grab a contract if we haven't done that already right here. Alright, so this is what the gang members base looks like. Of course, we're going to be going here and fighting. Alright, so once we're in here, we're going to kill everybody, and we're searching for information. So we'll just search the whole base, and we'll find some loot. And it'll tell us where to go. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure when you're doing the soldier quest line as well, or trooper, sorry, it brings you to this exact building. So you could always hit up the Mentat quest line after you have gotten the trooper to come here, so that you can take care, so you don't have to travel to this location twice. It's however you want to do it. Alright, so on the bottom level of the base, on the very outside edge, close to the front, you'll see this computer-looking thing, or briefcase. Interact with it. And this gives us the information about the other bases. Once we've done that, it wants us to sabotage the generator. Right, so this is where we got the information. And if we just go around these and up the steps, we'll find the generator, and we sabotage the generator. Once you sabotage the generator, we have to head around and sabotage a vehicle. It's just straight from the generator over here. I'll have to fight real quick. Or slaughter's more like it. Pop down. Interact with it. Now we've sabotaged the vehicle. Now we need to go to the Chattel Passage. So from here, head north and east, and we'll run into the Chattel Passage. That's where we need to enter. As you can see, it's down there among all of that. Alright, so we'll go ahead and land and then enter the passage. Alright, once you're in here, then you need to find the Mobilize Gang with Mimic film. Alright, so as we approach this building, if we go to the left and stay on this level here, and we turn right and go through this door, it's right here. There's some stairs there that'll take you up to the next level, or you can come down. But it's kind of on the bottom level, and we'll take, it's in this chest right here. Let's take it. Right now we need to sabotage the comms console. That's going to be higher up in the same building. It's going to be right here. All right, so we'll go up a couple of flights of stairs, as you just saw, and then we'll eliminate this sabotage, I guess. Right, then we need to head back to Arrakeen. And if you've been doing the planetologist and the trooper quest, or yeah, you'll be able to head back and turn all 3 of them in all at once in Arrakeen. Right, of course, we return to the Mentat trainer, turn in our quest. Right, once it's turned in, then we just re-talk to him. Pretty straightforward, except the next quest. For the next part, Olive Branch, we're going to be turning in the quest either in Arrakeen or in Harko Village, depending on your alignment. All right, so if you went with the assassins rather than the nobles, then you're going to have to go to Harko Village. Now, in Harko Village, you would turn it into Peter de Vries, and in Arrakeen, you would turn it into Thufir. So if it doesn't let you turn it into Thufir and Arrakeen because you're part of the assassin group, then you'll have to head over to Harko Village. I mean, Thufir is located pretty much outside over here, pretty easy to get to. Run past their ornithopters, and then run past the first ledge, and under the second ledge, we'll come into this area and talk to Thufir. He's standing behind the desk here. He's pretty easy to talk to. If you haven't joined a faction, you can probably talk to him. Right, then we report back to Zane. Now, if you have to go to Harko Village, I have no way of identifying who this Peter guy is, but the blue icon will take you right to him. Right, once you report it back, he'll train you, so you can unlock more Mentat stuff, and then you can talk to him again. Right, go through and accept the next quest. And now we have to head back to Haga Rift. Right, for the next part of the Mentat quest, we have to go and find a deserter camp, but it's going to be in the Rift. So the Rift up in the northeast section of the map. So you can see this is Jabal here, and this is East Vermilion Gap. If you go north up into Haga Rift, you can, then of course, there's the Rift. All right, so we go down about, I think it's about halfway down, maybe a little more than halfway down, and we'll find the camp. So basically fly down, and the camp looks like this. And you can land your ornithopter here. And it should be safe from a sandstorm. Right, once you're in the camp, alright, you gotta actually get to the point where it says you located to the camp. Now you can collect blood from them. I think it's gonna be like 5,000 blood. So that was 2,000, so maybe closer to 6,000. Either way. Oh no, it'll be 5. Okay. Yeah, 5,000 blood. So we can collect from these guys before their bodies disappear. And there we go. We got the blood samples that are needed. Now we have to go deeper in and kill a guy. All right, we got to find the leader here and kill him. So we'll head down into it, and then we can, then you can back up and get the intel and stuff that's here. So yeah, let's go get this guy. Found the leader, so here he is, and now he's dead. So, alright, easy enough. We can go ahead and run around in this facility and get the loot and the intel as well. Over here, might as well. And then we'll head back. Oh, almost messed up. We need to take the blood sample from the leader, my bad. Yeah, so we can do that before this body disappears. Oh, no. I don't have time for you. I don't have a weapon out. Ha! Get out of here. You get this before the leader disappears. Alright, now that we have the blood sample from the leader, we can head back to Zane. Alright, so the bracelet to get the intel is straight across from it. Alright, so that locked door there, just go straight across into this room, and behind this little shelves here, there's the ID band. That way you're not spending too much time exploring the area if you're trying to get the intel while you're here as well. Alright, so once we return and deliver a quest, talk to him again, and then he will tell us to go deliver a film to Thufir. Depending on your faction, you may have to go deliver it to in Arrakeen, or yeah, the other city, to the PT or the guy. All right, and so we're gonna head up. I'm not gonna remember names, so yeah, we should have mentioned him earlier in the video though. So now let's talk to Thufir, since we are of this faction. Zane, and then he's gonna send us back to the basin to do some more quests. Right, so this next area we're going to, the Passage of Artemis for the Mentat story here. It's going to be in a PvP zone, so you're going to want to park your vehicle outside of it, or put it up as soon as you land. Also, if you're flying an ornithopter and there's other players here, it will give you away that you're here. You can hear it from really far away. So you want to land outside this zone. We're going to be going over there. Doesn't seem like there's anything nearby to shelter your vehicle, so you may want to just drop a respawn beacon and pick up your vehicle. That'd be probably the best move here. Now, this quest does require you to have some Mentat abilities, so you're going to have to spend some point into the Mentat tree to get them. Now, if you don't have the points, of course, you can reset your tree every 48 hours. So you're probably not going to have the points if you're rushing all the quests at once to do every single one, so you'll may have to slow down and reset. All right. So let's see. For Mentat, we're going to need to use the Hunter Seeker, and we're going to need a Poison Mine. And again, this is going to be a PvP zone. Make sure you left all your loot somewhere else, because you got to come stand over here to get to for it to consider you in the Passage of Artemis. Now we need to place a solidal decoy as the distraction, and it'll tell us where to place it. And I'm sorry, I misspoke on this quest. It's the decoy and the drone. The Hunter Seeker and the Solito decoy here. All right, so let's see. We place the decoy where it tells us once we have entered this area. All right, so we place the decoy. Now we need to hide and deploy the Hunter Seeker. It is best to do this at night so you're out in the sun, but your Hunter Seeker is going to be up in that building, so you're going to want to be kind of near here. You can also get under the building to get some shade if it's sunny. All right, then we fire our Hunter Seeker. Now, you will need to be fast about this or your target will disappear. All right, so once your Hunter Seeker's out, travel up until you see this window. Go through the window. Your target's going to be in there. He's going to look yellow. All right, you're going to use whatever button is telling you on the screen to fire your Hunter Seeker at them. So once you come through, you should see a person in yellow. Aim for their head if you can, and then dash at them. And try and kill them before they get away. All right, attempt 2. I'm not great with Hunter Seeker, so you may have to attempt this a few times. Like I said, the quest is a little glitch. Sometimes if you don't kill them by hitting them in the head, sometimes it doesn't work either. Okay, now that we're in here, and I missed. He's going to shoot me. Try a chest shot. Easier to get. Got it. Okay, chest shot did work now, so maybe they fixed that issue that was early on with this quest. Alright. Place a poison mine to cover our tracks, so now we need to place the poison mine. Right, so we'll place a poison mine here to cover our tracks, right? So we'll drop it down here. Boom. Alright. Whether you can detonate it or not, doesn't matter. This quest is just kind of teaching how to use your stuff. Woo! Someone's shooting at me. All right, once you've done that, then you report back to Zane. So it can take a few attempts to get this run right, but eventually you'll get it right. It just takes a little practice. All right, and then we report back to Zane. It's time for the final Mentat mission. All right, so we need to go to the pinnacle, right? So you'll fast travel from the space to the pinnacle if you have this unlocked. Let me show you where it is on the map. So lots of bases around here, so it's even more laggy than when I play on European servers. All right, so here's where the pinnacle is. It's in Jabal, right next to the Eastern Shield Wall. Here's the quartermaster. This is that building you go to for quite a few advanced trainer course classes and basic classes. So you should know where this is. All right, once in the pinnacle, we'll be talking to this guy once again. We've talked to him for other missions. If you haven't done those yet, you'll find out. All right, and then we just ask him how do Mentats become twisted. All right, and then it's pretty much straightforward. There's no more choices. So you should be able to do that. And now, this is where the hard part comes in. We have to go into a radiation zone, like the middle of the radiation zone. So you have to have a radiation suit for this one. On top of that, you're may want to have iodine pills. They would help a lot. You also want to make sure you bring your respawn beacon with you because this will be a PvP zone, and in order to deal with the radiation, it's going to be faster to fly in, land right up against the building, put the ship up, drop your beacon, and run inside. I recommend putting anything up like gold and stuff you don't want to lose to another player, just in case somebody is camping this spot. All right, once you've talked to your contact in Pinnacle Station, you're gonna have to fly all the way here to the middle of the Shoel, where the Delphi is. Now, of course, this has been reblocked since I uncovered all it, so I got to uncover it again. So we'll show you, once I uncover the path here, I'll show it to you, but it's right in the center, basically, in a PvP zone. It'll be a wreck. So make sure you put on your suit while you're in your ornithopter. If you don't have an ornithopter, you probably shouldn't be doing this quest. I don't think you'll have enough time to get in and out with maybe if you take a car in or something, you speed your bike, you might be able to pull it off, but it'll be a lot harder. Alright, once we enter the radiation zone, we're on a time limit until we die. So we'll go ahead and show the whole situation here. That way you can see what to do and what, maybe even what not to do. Because it can be a pretty, it can be considered a pretty big wreck, and you may need a personal light as well, depending on your settings. So yeah, you may want to bring a personal light. You can kind of loot one in here sometimes, not always. So don't rely on that. All right, so here's the wreck. No, this is not the wreck. This is just a wreck. So probably avoid these PvP and things like this until you're to the one you want, so somebody doesn't shoot you down. As you can see, our radiation is already building up, so we're already on a time limit. That's the wreck we want. That's the big ship right there. You got a couple ways you can enter. You can enter through the top, and there should be some entrances around the edges. We're just going to jump in through the top, since we have an ornithopter. Drop down a respawn beacon. Oh, this is a no build zone. Oh, crap. Okay, so I've already kind of messed up. This place is a no-build zone, so we can't drop a respawn beacon, and we need to drop it because the enemies in here are kind of tough. So we need to get down to... We can build it right here, though, right underneath the ship. Alright, so we'll just go in on the end here. I guess this would be the south end. Okay, so if you're following along, you can run it, drop your beacon there, and run it on the south end. As you notice, it's kind of dark in here. It's kind of hard to see. This guy does have a light on him, so we can equip that. Yeah, we can kind of see in here. Right, you can run around and loot the ship if you want. There should be there's some good loot in here. Let's go straight. We got to get the ID band that's in here, so we can get through the ship. If we die, it's okay. We'll come back with our radiation suit on. That's what the respawn beacon's for. Right, so here's our first bit of loot, so that's cool. We get some irradiated slag. That's the room we could have gone to by going to the right. We could have gone in there. We'll go ahead and open this up and see what's behind this door. Then once we have the exact path down, we can probably go over that a little better. Alright, I need the light out, not my sword. Okay, here's some more loot in this room that we just cut into. And here's the green band that we need. Alright, so we don't need to go up. So we need to go straight when we first come in here and go through that door and get this band. And you can see we're already at our halfway point on the timer. So I'll probably die, since we're going to be I'm going to be going through this, kind of make sure we see everything. That's fine. My suit will just take some damage. My gear, no big deal. But that way you guys can run through this a little faster. So you make sure you watch through all of this so you know where you're going. Alright, and see there's another entrance there. That's the, it's like a north side entrance. Right, so this is the right side we're going down now. If we'd entered the right from the beginning, we'd have had to cut left to get our band to get into that doorway there. We're gonna head to the left though and see what's in this room. Oh, is this the room we just came from? No, this is a different room. There's some more loot in here. And it goes even deeper. Okay, we may need to go ahead and go through the green door and get our band. The green door may be having another, another lock thing we'll need if we continue going down this direction anyway. So let's go back. When you get the chance, go through the green door, and then we'll. I'm sure we'll all loop around, right? All these kind of things all connect. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Actually, over there. Okay. All right. So the green door is just—it's a bunch of loot. Make sure you grab. If you need the loot, grab the loot. Then we'll head back out and to the left of the green door down this hallway. This way, as you can see, there's it's purple light. All radiation's really building up. I'm so gonna die. I'm not gonna be able to. I'll definitely have to reset before I get out of here. I think the big loot is back there. We need a purple band for. Our goal is 70 meters that way. Yeah, so it loops back. Okay, so we may have to go through the purple area. Right. May want to use movement abilities and stuff while you're in here, just to speed along your route. We gotta find that purple band. Now we've hung back to the right. Now we've gone in here. So this is where we just looped through. Okay, so back to that big room. Maybe that's where the purple band was. Hey, and this is my first time in the ship, so I'm kind of showing y'all around. Just trying to remember the layout when you go through here. Right, this is on top. This is the big room. There's the purple room again, so it's all connected. Okay. Alright. I should have selected a movement ability. Dang. Place is so dark. Oh, some more loot under the stairs in the big room. We will drop all of it in a second when we die. Another reason to pick up a vehicle, if anybody's flying around out here and they see your vehicle nearby, they'll know you're in here. And then they'll come in here and hunt for you. So it's kind of hard for people to hang out and assassinate people in radiation zones. We're gonna die again. Not again, but yeah, we're gonna die. Okay. Missing something somewhere. Dang. Okay. Alright, so we got killed, but we do have a checkpoint inside the building, which is nice, so we don't necessarily have to do the respawn beacon, but you can always rely on checkpoints. Wasn't anything. Let's make sure. Oh. Whoa, hold up. Yes, okay. Cool. Oh, there's several ways into here. Sweet! I knew the purple light was for something. Find the green room. Alright, when you see this green locked door here, to the left of it, in this big room, there will be purple lights. Alright, so the game devs are trying to lead you to the purple armband. Over this crate here is a doorway here where you can go in and get the purple armband, or if you go all the way up, and you're up here on the second floor where you can see the hologram to the right of the hologram in this doorway, is a door going up in here that drops down to where the purple armband is at. Right, and if you ran past it on that side, you would be able to see purple in here. Right, so this is the armband we need. Alright, we got the ID. Now we can head out. It's faster just to go back up and over. Head through this middle door. Alright, take a slide, take a left, take a right, and there's the door we need to get through. Right now we're in the back of the ship here. Alright, so we'll explore this room a little bit and see what's in here. And then we need to grab our, we're already halfway up our radiation again, but this is where the big loot's at, so we got the blueprint from here. Alright, on your way out, there's a doorway to your right. Okay, that it's hidden, kind of dark and hidden. It has loot in it. Don't miss that. On your way to this door here, that takes you out. Take this to end, that takes you back outside the wreck. Right, and that's how you complete this dungeon, but that's not where the, we still got to get to the quest. We still got to get to the quest, yeah. So we got to go back in and find our way around to the quest. It's really weird. See, making it look like it's on top of the ship, which it should not be. Alright, so here's an important thing. You need to go exactly where this says to find the wreck of the Delphis, even though this whole thing is the wreck. The game doesn't tell you, so you can't even find your mission reward until you get to where it says you found the wreck of the Delphis. We need to go stand underneath this on the, looks like south side, through the doorway, which I'm pretty sure I entered earlier, but okay. So now we found the wreck of the Delphis. Now we can go in and do the quest. It wants you to go in through a very specific door. And since we're dealing with the radiation zone, that kind of sucks. So you need to make sure you hit that first, and then we'll run through the rest of the zone. Alright, so let's run in. Actually, I'm just gonna die. There's a guy here with a little personal light if you need one. Right, almost every entrance has a guy with a personal light, so... But if you come in through this door, head in. You can only have one way you can go. Right, then once you get here, there's a couple ways you can go. Take a left, you drop down into this. There's the chest. Right, run out into this big room here. That hologram up there. Right, to the right of it is where the purple band is. We can just go and jump through here and grab the purple band. Right, we drop down, grab the purple band. Right, then we can go back up this way. You can technically run around and go out, down lower, but this is just faster. Come back up here. Run back through this big door here. Right, take a left. Says our loot is here. We don't even have to go through a locked door. So it's in this box here. Right next to the purple door. Right, but now we can run through the purple door. And in here is, to the right, is going to be the main blueprint area. So you can grab the blueprints. There's some loot around in the boxes in here. And then to the right of where I just died is some more loot. And then you can run out that door and you're out. So that's how you get through this really fast. So you can get in and out of here without dying of radiation. You can just get mostly mechanical parts and plasteel microfibers, but you can see we got a nice little haul, and then irradiated slag, so it's not a bad haul really. 5,000 gold, so not bad. Right, and then just get on a fast moving vehicle and get out of here before you die of radiation. If you're going to die of radiation, land somewhere so you can respawn. Alright, so now we got to return to Zane and report our findings, and if you notice, my armor is gone. Even though I wasn't wearing it during the mission, it was in my inventory, and since I died of the radiation so many times just trying to find the correct path for the fastest route through there for you guys, it broke all my armor, so keep that in mind. If there aren't anything in your inventory, whether it's equipped or not, will take damage if you die from radiation. So, or die from anything really, I guess death in general. So don't bring your armor with you. Alright, that'll save you some resources. Alright, and that completes the Mentat Advanced Training. Check out our reward here. We got a 2 Fair's Best. It's a sniper rifle. Does 262 damage per shot. Clip sizes too. Well, it's like most sniper rifles. Make sure to check out my other advanced trainer guides, and if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.